You could dream for a million years, but sometimes you just gotta rock and do that shit. Keep it based, you feel me? This little beat, oh 05 fucking mixtape.
Alright, Quadeca changed my life, and basically, I was in high school, and I knew I wanted to be a film director. Also knew I didn't want to go to college, right? So I thought, okay, how am I gonna become a film director, you know? Because it's like, I'm already a film director, I just haven't made any movies. So how am I gonna make movies? How do film directors start? How do I make the movies that I wanna make? How do I start, right? For me to be where I know I'll be, or where my potential lies, what's the first step, you know? That's kind of what I was thinking. And I thought, okay, most directors usually start either with a documentary or a short film, right? And I had this idea about making a documentary about Portuguese cinema because it's something that no one really cares about, you know? No one explores. So I was really passionate about Portuguese cinema. I was alone in my home, in my room. This is while still in high school is when I started. I got the goal in my mind to watch 100 Portuguese movies. I had watched like 2 or 3, you know what I mean? I just, no one cares, about Portuguese cinema. So I had this goal of watching 100 Portuguese films, just with the goal of like getting more knowledgeable about it and maybe kind of starting off kind of in that niche or like making people realize how dope it is, if it is dope or just like how shit it is, I didn't know. I didn't know. And you probably don't know either. But then eventually I watched like 40, and I'm like, holy fuck, like this is good. So, all right, I want to make a documentary, right? Then I kind of built a studio for the interviews, right? For the movie, for the documentary. Oh shit. So imagine that, right? You're dreaming of being a film director. You're in high school. I had at that point watched about like 40 films. I didn't have a list. I was just like going through whatever I thought was interesting. Some Manuel de Oliveira films, some João César Monteiro films, maybe some Pedro Costa, some old comedies, some new trash movies. That's kind of where I was. If you don't go to college, you need to have a plan. And my plan at the time was like, okay, I don't go to college, I get a job, and I make a documentary about Portuguese cinema. That's my idea, right? So high school is done. I found this dude who's an Irish director, and I just started having film lessons every week with him. So he kind of became my mentor, and he still is to this day. Then, that's kind of when I found out about Quadeca. First time I learned about Quadeca, maybe I saw him in like an I've Mind video or like knew about him from like Fantano or some shit. I don't know, bro. But I just knew his face. I didn't know anything about him. But a friend of mine recommended Quadeca to me. And he recommended Sisyphus because that was during the time where he had only made From Me to You as like a studio album. I don't know, whatever the fuck he made before. I listened to it and I thought, this is good. Quadeca is a cool dude. I'm gonna keep it in my mind. I'm not gonna forget him. So I knew about Quadeca. Then Hive Mind was really getting. I was really watching a lot of Hive Mind at that point in time. And Quadeca started appearing in some videos, and I'm like, this dude is cool as shit. I like this dude a lot. And then he released Born Yesterday as a single. And I'm like, holy fuck. How the fuck did this YouTuber dude make Born Yesterday? That's insane. So I just loved the song. I was really hyped for the album, right? And still, this is during the time where I'm like, how am I gonna make this documentary? First, I have to finish the 100 films or whatever. And which I have. By the way, I have finished. I have watched more than 100 Portuguese films now. And I still want to watch more, bro. Because there's a lot of dope stuff. and I'm still finding out new shit. So it's great. So I was really excited about the album. Then Tell Me a Joke released, which I'm like, fuck, I love the music video, I love the song, I love the drop in the end. So fucking good. So I'm just really fucking excited about the album. He was like hyping the shit out of it on Hive Mind. It was great. I was excited. And then one day I was like trying to be productive as a wannabe film director. I don't want to say the word wannabe just because if you identify as a wannabe, that's what you'll be for the rest of your life. I am a director and I was at that point too. I just hadn't made anything. That's just some motivation. Okay, so I was trying to watch a movie every night, right? And there was one night where I had something to do in the morning, and I was gonna watch a film. I don't remember what film it was. I have a feeling I still haven't watched it to this day. I had the film loaded on the TV, and I saw it was midnight, and I'm like, oh shit! Didn't mean to you drop at midnight? Didn't this fucking album drop? So I went on Spotify, and it was there, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna listen to the first track. I need to be productive. I gotta watch a film every night. I'm just gonna listen to the first track, and then I'm gonna watch the film. I heard the first track. I'm like, holy fuck! Sorry for dying. This is cool as shit. It's gonna be like a great fucking crazy concept album about a ghost. I'm identifying, I'm relating to it. I'm like, fuck, I'm a ghost. You know what I mean? And I'm like, all right, I know. Let me just fucking listen to it. Let me just check it out a little bit more. Until it gets boring. So then, I kind of listened to everything really, and I'm like, no. The thing that got me was like I checked out the album, wanting to listen to the first track, and then I'm like, is that Danny Brown? Is that fucking Sunday Service Choir? So I'm like, I have to listen to this. I'm sorry, like I'm not gonna be a genius productive director today. I'm just gonna have to listen to Quadeca, and probably that album ended up being better than the movie really. But yeah, I saw Danny Brown. I saw Sunday Service. I heard the first track. I'm like, I have to listen to this shit, and it was just one of the greatest first listens of all my life, really. Of an album, right? So I heard the album. Everyone loves the album. If you're watching this video, you're probably a Quadeca fan. You love the album as well, right? But I was having like an out of body experience. I couldn't believe how good the album was. I'm like, how the fuck did this YouTuber make this perfect album? I just couldn't believe it. I was relating a lot, and then eventually, I was really relating to the ghost theme. Like sorry for dying. Sorry for disappearing. Sorry for going away. I don't know, it spoke to me. But then I finally got to Fantasy World, and I still love the song, but the first time I heard it, the drop, not the drop, the big climax of the song, an image popped into my mind. Like God put it there, like I caught a fish, I caught an idea. I didn't create it. It was just I was listening to the song Fantasy World, and then the big climax, an image appeared in my mind. And it was a cinema, and it was filled with ghosts. And I'm like, huh, what is this? And it spoke to me for some way, because I tied that image that popped into my mind to the documentary I was making, because no one seems to care about Portuguese cinema. And I started thinking, okay, because I was having a problem with my documentary, which was, I like this topic, but how am I gonna make this like a compelling story, right? Because I'm not a big fan of documentaries that like just teach you shit. I like stories, I like documentaries that like follow up a character. So I was like, how am I gonna make this documentary a compelling story, And I'm not really a big fan of like documentaries that follow the person making the documentary, So I just didn't know how to make something that would interest me or would be compelling to me personally. I want to make something that I'm proud of and that I like, So I was having trouble with that. And when I saw that, when that image popped into my mind of a cinema filled with ghosts watching a movie, sat down. I'm like, what if I had this character in a documentary? So it's like a docu-fiction, where in the sense that it's a documentary, but it also has like a story in it, to like cut in between stuff or whatever. That's like an idea I was having. Of like this ghost that goes to these locations of Portuguese cinema from great films, just because I think Portugal is such a beautiful place. I'm in Portugal right now. This is where Quadeca recorded part of the Guess Who music video. And what if I had this character in the documentary, which is this ghost, really lonely, that goes to these Portuguese film locations, and it's all abandoned, you know? There's no one, there's nothing, there's no people, there's no life, it's all abandoned. And maybe that abstraction or that fictional character and story and ambient could say more about Portuguese cinema than my documentary and my words, right? So it was really, and I'm like, this is a great idea. So I just started thinking more about that, and this character, this ghost, and this story started to speak more to me than the documentary. So I completely ditched the documentary, and I ended up wanting to make a short film about this ghost. And then I wrote a screenplay. I remember I went to the library. I was listening to I Didn't Mean to Haunt You, writing the screenplay, kind of going through because it's like one of the most cinematic albums I've ever heard. You know what I mean? So I was like truly, that's the thing that I liked the most about it when I first heard it. It's how cinematic it was. So I was writing it. I tried not to like read into what Quadeca's story was, so that I didn't steal anything from him. I just like wanted to do what spoke to me, you know. And then eventually I cut a lot of the stuff that was influenced from the album, so that I really got into the meat and potatoes of what my story is and what means really a lot to me about this character and this story and this place and this theme and topic. Bro, a huge fucking bee just got next to me. That's crazy. So now I had the screenplay written. That was like my first screenplay. I was really proud of it. Just the fact that I'm like, fuck, I finally wrote a full screenplay. I know it's a short film, but it's something I was proud of. I really liked the story. My mentor helped me a little bit with like redrafting it, editing it, and I was really proud of it. I was like walking around my house being like, finally I'm gonna make a film, you know? It's like my dream and I'm finally doing it. I'm finally making a film. The screenplay's done, I just gotta film it. You know, and this was what, 2 years ago that I Didn't Mean to You dropped. So the I'm gonna tell you a joke now. I haven't made it yet, you know. But that's just because I really care about it. And maybe I'm a perfectionist, or maybe I don't know what it is. But it's hard when you have no budget and you don't have a producer, and you really care about this thing, and you're like, you know, gotta wait to like buy something, or like to get a prop. You just gotta talk to people and to like get a location or something. So it was just tough, and then I rewrote the story tons of times. So it was just tough. You know, I wanted to go to the locations. I wanted to like buy a camera that I wanted to use. You know, I ended up buying like a tape camera. It's the one that Lynch used on Inland Empire. Sean Baker used it on, I think, I haven't seen the film Takeout. Is that the name of it? Yeah. And the tapes arrived finally, and I'm gonna film it this Easter. With my little cousin, hopefully, if he doesn't have like a football tournament or something. But yeah, I'm gonna film it at night, so I think he's free. I think he's gotta be free, bro. Like, it's fucking time, you know what I mean? So basically, this is the first short film I'm gonna make. It's the first step in my director career, in my artistic career, just in my individuation process, really. And it's all thanks to Quadeca, you know? Not to say that I wouldn't achieve my potential if it wasn't for him, but me making this film, and the fact that this film will exist one day, and already does. I just haven't made it yet. It exists already. I just have to materialize it so that you can watch it, because I have seen it millions of times. Yeah. So that's the story. I hope you liked it, and you know, I will keep uploading on this channel. This will be a fun way to maybe, hopefully. I just think it's a good idea, you know? I mean, if you want to be a film director, having an audience helps, you know? Maybe for funding, or for just like getting in touch with some people that maybe you wouldn't get in touch with if you didn't have a following, or, you know, even making some money, you know? And it's just a good thing to do. And ultimately just inspire people, you know? If someone can say, how Rafael changed my life and be like, he made this film. I'm not gonna say the name of my film, by the way. I might. I don't know. Um, when it's done, I'll say it maybe. It's a great name though. When, fuck it, I'll say it. I'll say it in the end of the video. At the end of the video, I'm gonna say the name of my film, or I'll just put it or whatever. If someone can be like, yo, like Rafael was a nobody. He was like, he had no connections to film directors, but he just loved the art form and respected it so much that he just made this short film, and it inspired me to make my short films, or like his movie, or like his fourth movie just really fucking changed my life. That's what it's all about. It's all about inspiring. It's all about creating. It's all about giving life to people who feel like there isn't any anymore. Because, bro, right now the world is fucked, bro. I was watching, like, bro, I'm recording this during like the huge like AI Ghibli bullshit that is just ruining my spirit and my heart, and it's really just making me lose hope for humanity. It's just stupid, and it almost made me want to give up because it's like we're not gonna win. Like life and art and love, it's not, and soul. It's not gonna win. Like robots will win. You know what I mean? But I don't think it matters. I just think you gotta do what you have to do, which is fight the good fight, and that's what I'm doing. And I just really want to inspire everyone to fucking do the same thing. So if you're into, bro, I'm gonna be. By the way, this is like little beat talk. This is like fucking I'm the best talk. Just because I want to have some of it in every video, because I think that's so inspiring. I am. I haven't even made shit yet, but I am. I can promise you that the greatest artist on YouTube ever. All right, I'm gonna change the game. People will copy my style, and I'm gonna inspire everyone. And my energy will be unmatched. So if you wanna follow that fucking journey, do your thing. Yeah, I will upload more stuff. I might do maybe film reviews. I don't know what I should do. If you like my energy, tell me what I should do. I would like to live stream, but I don't have a following for that. So yeah. Um, yeah. So I really just want to thank Quadeca for making the art that he does. I want to thank him for liking Europe so much. He loves traveling. He recorded the Guess Who music video in Portugal. I really appreciate that. He came to Portugal actually as a kid or a teenager to make a vlog. Well, he came on a family trip, but he made a vlog. So I think he fucks with the culture a little bit. I like that, and he really just changed my life, and I just thank him so much for his art, and he's appreciated, bro, over here. Um, yeah, bro, love you, Quadeca, bro. And his art is just beautiful, bro. His stuff, like fucking Godstain, bro. When I'm recording this, that's the only single that came out for Vanisher. Godstain is bro. That it sounds like the sea, and I love the sea because I grew up around the sea. It sounds like the ocean, and it's bossa nova a little bit. Oh my god, such a good song. I hope he outdoes himself. Yeah, I just love Quadeca, and I thank him. I want to document my journey into making my short film. I want to document my journey into making other films, just because there are so many directors and no one really documents their journey, you know? And it's like, maybe bad directors do, but I want to be like the first great director who documents their journey, so that you could be like, okay, I can watch how he got there, you know? And I'm not saying my first film will be this masterpiece, but I'm just saying like, bro, after Dune, Lynch made Blue Velvet. That's all I'm saying. After a bad one, you can't after From Me to You, Quadeca made I Didn't Mean to Haunt You. That's. So yeah. I think I've said it all. This is the video. I recorded for 45 minutes, but it's my first vlog, and I liked it, and I'm proud that I did it. I would like to make more vlogs, but it's just that I live like in a rural village, which nothing really happens. So I don't know. My vlogs, if I did them, would be extremely meditative, which is not something YouTube prioritize. That'd be like a Ozu film. So yeah, man. If you just care about cinema, if you care about life, if you care about love, if you like Quadeca, if you want to follow my journey, if you want to be a director and you just you want to grow with me, if you just want to see someone achieve their dreams and their potential, if you don't want to be wasted potential, and if you realize your potential, just keep, bro, just keep being on the side of the internet. Stop falling into distractions and consumer bullshit and Mr. Beast stuff, you know, because it's just like he's like Drake, like he puts people to sleep, and sleep is really just another word for death. If you're asleep, you're not alive, you know. So I'm trying to energize people. Yeah. Fuck, man. I inspired myself, bro, to this video. I fuck with the fact that I did it. I think I might upload it because I liked the end result. I think I'm in flow state right now. I'm just talking and it's coming off good. I hope I'm well lit. The sun is there. I hope I'm well lit. This is like the best place I could find to put my camera on. But whatever, bro. No one really cares about that anyway. My movies will be well lit though. It's just that YouTube, I don't really care. All right. I think I've said too much. I don't know how I should say goodbye. Um, I like comments just to build a community and like to see what people think. And tell me what you would like me to do maybe. I don't know. I gotta figure it out. Yeah. So I talked a lot about myself. Um, but the title is How Quadeca Changed My Life. It's not a video essay on Quadeca. It's a video essay on me. I don't fuck with video essays anyway. I like people, bro. I like people, and hopefully you fuck with me. And even if you don't, maybe you learned something, you know. Bro, I gotta start doing it like Professor Sky, where I just do it one take, no editing. That would be good. That if I could do that, that'd be amazing. And I would love to record more videos in here, but it's like a 3-hour car ride, bro. It's too. I can't. I'm not gonna do that. I'd love to live here, you know. I don't want to, bro. I just want to. I just want to go somewhere else. I want to leave my parents' house. But yeah. But ultimately, I just really care about movies, and for a long time, I just struggled with the idea of if I'm making YouTube videos, I'm really wasting time where I should be making movies. But it's like I just gotta be realistic and realize that one, it's gonna help me, and two, it's like it's gonna help someone else if I make them, and three, I'm not making the movie right now. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a day where I would be like jerking my dick. You know what I mean? So I prefer to just do something. So yeah, that's it, bro. I wanna close it out with like a Quadeca reference or something. Or like a Lil B reference. I just wanna like come off with a Lil B energy, bro. You know what I mean? Shout out Lil B, shout out Bass God, shout out Quadeca. Yes.